Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for stopping by and visiting with me. In this video, I am going to be sharing how I made this really pretty Halloween embellishment. Let me put it on some white paper so you guys can see, like the silver glitter cardstock in the background that makes up the web. And then all of the little, I don't think you could see it on the little cat. It's got some wink of Stella glitter, but it may not be coming through. But just a little Halloween embellishment, a Halloween cluster that we are going to be put together. I am going to be working in steps. For the spider web, I ended up using the Elizabeth Craft Design web here that you guys recently saw me haul. And what I'm going to do is, this is the last cardstock that I have that Susan sent to me in Happy Mail. And I've used every single sheet. I still have a little bit of the gold and a little bit of the black. So I'm going to be cutting the web with this from the top. And then from the bottom, or to make it a little bit more sturdier, I'm going to be using the same die to cut out in chipboard. Now this isn't the same chipboard that scrapbook.com sends you when you place orders. That one is a little bit thicker. This one's thinner and more flimsy, but still enough support other than just cardstock. Does that make sense? So I want to reinforce them together so that the web is actually strong enough to support what we're putting on the front, which is not a lot, and it's not heavy stuff, but I just wanted it to be a little bit more sturdier. So I am going to get my background going. So I'm going to cut these pieces first. Here is our chipboard piece and here is our glitter. We're gonna marry them together with some glue, and so that it gives us a stronger surface to work with. And for this, honestly, just using glue and trying to get as much areas as I can. If you can, trace the entire web, only so you know it's secure. But if you just want to do like the bigger portions, it's fine. Like that. And honestly, I recommend that you find a glue that has like a really fine tip. I need to just go ahead and take time to look for mine so that I'm not like struggling with this. I know I've told you guys a few times already in a couple of videos. I need to look for it because most of the pieces are going to be laying. As you can see by the little embellishment that I showed you, most of the pieces are laying like on specific parts of the web. They don't have like, there's gaps in between, so they don't have like a flat surface where to adhere. There's going to be gaps in where you place glue. So that's why I'm saying having a needle or like a really fine tip glue will help you, like if you need to put specific glue like on the curves and the tips, and you know. So I'm just making sure that I am aligning it perfectly or together very well so that you can't see it. And this is our glittery spider web. Okay, so now that we have that, let me get rid of my big shot and put my die set. Why do I keep wanting to call it a die set? But put my die away, and we won't be using it anymore. And then we are going to move on to the next step, which is going to be the stamping. So this little here, okay, this stamp set, right, is an actual stamp set. I not sure if I shared it with you guys. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. This is from the Sassy Club, and it's called like Booters, and it just has a bunch of little borders, and the one that I used is this one for the pumpkins, and I ended up cutting it in half. So I am going to be stamping that. And then for the little cat, let me show you which stamp set I'm using. I am using this stamp set from the Greeting Farm, and it's this little cat right here. This is called Spellbinding. It's the stamp set. I know it's super big. Wait, hold on. Let me zoom you guys out there. It's a little bit better. But it's called Spellbinding. And at first, I thought it was like a witchy theme. But the more I'm thinking about it, I think it's meant to be like kids at Hogwarts or something. You know, like Harry Potter and spells and magic and stuff like that. So it has a little witch hat. I don't know if you guys seen that in my ephemera, but I used this stamp for the witch hat. So we're going to be using this little guy. Let me move these aside. For that, I am going to be bringing over my Misty, and I am going to stamp them at the same time to save time. I'm gonna move this aside, and let me show you the markers that I'm gonna use. So remember that I am only going to be using like 3 pumpkins. So I don't know if you guys can tell, there's like a small gap right here in the border. I'm going to use that to divide into separate, the 3 and then the 4 group. So I am going to be using YR12 for the orange part of the pumpkin. And for the green or the little flowers, I'm using YG25. I'm only gonna color the 3. For the brown, I'm using E25, and then I'm using RV52 for my darker pink. Then I'm bringing RV00 for my light shade of pink. For the little cat, I'm gonna be using November 8, November 6, and November 4. And I'm gonna start off with my lightest color. Okay, if you guys can tell, or maybe you can't, you kind of lost a little bit of the image with the cat. And this didn't take that long, as you guys can see, because honestly, I'm not that picky about coloring. I'm picky, but I'm not that picky. I'm gonna be bringing over one of these big, oh no, it's by Paper Mate, and I'm using the black one, and I'm going to do his little eyes. I mean, basically trace the entire stamped image. Just be very careful, because this black is gonna be darker than the ink from the Copic markers, so it's gonna help you define it. Again, just be very careful and do this slowly so you're not rushing. For the little whiskers, I ended up doing them in white, just because he's an older cat. And I purposely drew it into his face so it stands out like that. Okay, and then I'm using my clear Wink of Stella, and we're just going everywhere on his body. And this is how I already have a few, but this is how I made all of the little cats that you guys see, or maybe you didn't see, but all the little cats that I fussy cut it out and stamped and colored for ephemera. These little guys right here. I've done a few of them already. So, okay, now that we're done with our coloring, we are going to be fussy cutting. Okay, those are our stamped images, you guys. We could bring that over. Let me see. You guys, you're not gonna believe this. You are not going to believe this, but I just lost the spider web in the table. What the heck? Where the heck did it go? I didn't put it in this. Like, you guys, this happens to me a lot. Like, where the heck did it go?
2 hours later.
What in the world? Where did it freaking go? Like, seriously. Oh my gosh, I found it. It was on the floor. Behind me. How the heck did it get behind me? I purchased these from Amazon. And as you can see, they come in very pastel colors. Pink, blue, kind of like a mint, and then purple. I'm going to be using purple. Okay, so we are going to just unroll a few, and we're gonna randomly just make a little cluster like that. You see? And then the purple is starting to come through. And we're gonna put it just like that, and we can start cutting it. Okay. And for here, I kind of want to use the center to guide me and spread it this way, like that, because what I'm going to do next is I'm going to kind of keep it like that and make it like a fan. So I spread it this way, and then I spread it a little bit that way. So, and if you want, you could scoot it back a little bit to flatten it just a little bit more. And what you are going to do is you're going to grab a small stapler. And the reason why I'm using a stapler is because it's really hard to glue tulle to a spider web when there's gaps. So I literally just slide my little stapler and I finagle it in between the web and just put a staple, making sure that I grab the carton, the chipboard, I'm sorry. I was like, what carton? And don't worry about the I missed it, so give me a second. I'm trying to rush here. Okay, we're gonna hide the staple, so don't worry, it's not gonna be seen or noticeable. Okay, so again, finagle it. Make sure you're grabbing in the direction of which, if you need to bend it a little, go ahead and do it, but bend it in the direction that you're gonna grab the chipboard on the bottom. And see, that time I grabbed it right here. So there's our little tool there. Now, you guys remember from my haul, I hauled these ghosts from Michael's. They were, I'm not sure, $2.99 I think, but the Halloween stuff was like at 40% off. And I think that they're made out of felt and they have a sticky back. So it's like a sticker. You just peel it like so, and then you stick it. I think they look, forgive me for saying this, but I think they look kind of cheap a little when with the bow. So I've gone ahead and removed the bow of these, and I already have the one I'm going to use right here. And they come in different directions. Like this one's going to the right, this one's going to the left, this one is raising his hands like he don't know what he's doing. And so we're going to be using this one since I already have it out. And as you can see, his little hand is going to help us hide that staple in the center. Okay, so it is sticky and it's gonna be sticky in this empty space. So it's up to you. If you want to use like that baby powder or that, what is that, anti-static powder, I don't know what it's called, to remove some of that stickiness, you can. Or you could just honestly keep touching it until the oil in your fingers doesn't make it as sticky. And so once we have our little ghost there, we are going to pop up our little pumpkins in foam squares just to create a little bit of dimension. I know that there's people, and trust me, I like them too. There's people that make Halloween embellishments that are like super bulky. And then I'm like, well, how do you end up using it when you can use them for scrapbook pages or inside your pocket pages, or when you're, so honestly to me, I prefer, yes, I do like my embellishments to have a little bit of dimension, but I don't prefer bulky over bulky and thickness over thickness, because then I'm like, well, how do you include that embellishment in a scrapbook layout or in, you know, whatever. And so I don't prefer it. I like for mine to stay somewhat skinny, but not too skinny, a little thick. I prefer my embellishments to be thick, not chunky. You know that Iglesias, what's his name, Enrique Iglesias, he's like the 5 levels of fatness. So we are going to just kind of place them there. And I just added regular glue to the foam squares so that it helps me now. Here's the problem, hold on, because the little cat is gonna be hiding. So we'll put him here. He's gonna be like covering his mouth because this ghost is going on the other direction, and so the ghost's mouth is gonna be covered. So yeah, even if I set him super low, it's gonna end up covering. So I'm gonna put him right here and then just scoot over everything. And you could use whatever, I mean, I prefer that you use a really strong glue. If you have, you know what, I should be warming up my glue gun because I think that's the best way to go. So I'm gonna set him here because they're buddies. And then I'm gonna come back and grab my pumpkins and set those there. Use the tool as the holding piece, like that. Let me start warming up my hot glue gun, you guys, because I think the glue gun does the best job, and I'm gonna need hot glue for this plastic spider. So let me go grab it, let me set it up and start getting it heated. The only other thing that we're gonna need is the little sentiment underneath the pumpkins. And for that, I am using the leftover stickers from, who made these? Leftover stickers from somebody. I don't remember, you guys, but I used this collection last year. And I'm just trying to stick with the pink. So we could do this one that says, "Hey there, pumpkin." And we're just going to sit it underneath. Slide it underneath the pumpkins. like so. And then we're gonna bring our spider and glue her there. For the spiders, I ended up picking these up from somewhere, you guys. You guys have already seen it. I want to say maybe the dollar store. And the spiders have like this little thing on its stomach. I'm just going to cut it. And then the legs make the spider look stand up. So literally I'm bending the legs upwards so that the stomach is the flattest part. And then I could just take my glue gun and adhere her right there, and we are good to go. So let me again go get my gun to warm up or to heat up, because it's not even hot just yet. And while that gets hot, I guess I can go ahead and clean up a little bit, or keep removing the little bows that these ghosties come with. And let me show you the side. So I'm pointing it this way so you could see the thickness going this way. And then with the spider, that's the thickness of it. And again, that doesn't mean that I have a problem with chunky embellishments, you guys. No, like there's some ladies, my gosh, they are so talented, like way more talented than me. And I love it. Like I want to keep them, and I want some chunky ones, but then I'm like, well, where can I put it? What can I actually put it or use it for? So I want to be able to use my little clusters or my little embellishments for like my actual notebooks, you know. So I like a little dimension, but not that much. And please don't, I'm not trash talking anybody or saying that chunky embellishments are not pretty. They're freaking gorgeous. Okay, so let's see, are you hot? Yeah, you're kind of hot. Okay, so let me add a little to the edge of that spider right here. And remember, you guys, that I'm using this hot glue gun was gifted to me by my mom, and it is really old. I bitched to it all the time that she is gonna get kicked to the curb, but then I'm like, oh, my mom gave it to me, so then it's a love and hate relationship with the glue gun. But okay, and we're gonna put the spider here, because of course every spider web needs a spider, because that's her home. So we are going to put some glue on her belly and set her down. Let's set her down there. So she's sitting on a little bit of the chipboard. Just gonna press down, and voila, you guys. Here, minus all the glue strands over here, here is our little Halloween embellishment. I hope that you enjoyed the simplicity of this, and just giving you guys another idea to use your stamps and putting pieces together. But I hope that you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much, and I will see you guys in the next one. Have a good one. Bye. Hey guys, I know I had already said goodbye, but I wanted to show you all 5 of the little clusters that I made, which is basically the same concept, just different sentiments. These are the 2 silver. Now, if you guys remember, I was just complaining that I don't have any more of the silver pieces long enough to do an entire web, because I have just scraps basically left. So I did them with a white glitter cardstock, and I wanted to show you what they look like. So here's the white. These 2 are the silver that we just worked on, and then here are the 3 white ones that I did. So just wanted to show you all 5 of them. I am going to try my hardest to do like small okay, so what I'm saying is, or what I'm trying to say, because I feel like I'm just mumbling, is that I'm gonna try my best to do 4 happy mail boxes for crafty friends, and I am keeping one, this one right here with the silver, the one that says "Hey Pumpkin." I'm gonna keep it for my own October daily, and I figured that I could put it as a background on a 4x4 pocket page. So here's my little notebook. I could create like a paper, 2 pages, and then put this one as the main decoration, slide like a small 2x2 picture behind it, and then just use this for the journaling. So that's the idea behind the one that I'm gonna keep. I just wanted to show you that I am using the stuff that I am creating, but I'm doing a little bit of extra because I am wanting to share with crafty friends. So I hope that you guys enjoyed the making process for this little Halloween embellishment. My goodness, I can't talk. And again, just wanted to come back on camera so I could show you how the white ones look. So you don't necessarily have to do specifically silver. You could do even black. But I actually have another idea for a black web using the same concept. Let me see if I could bring it. Give me 1 second. So I showed this one to my husband, and my husband was so impressed. I felt that it was a little bit empty, but he was like, no, she is so fancy. You need to keep it how it is. So I'm taking his advice, and in the next video, which should be coming up in a few days, I am going to show you how this beauty was created. And for this, I ended up using a black glittery cardstock. So I hope that you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you guys come back for this one. I mean, it's kind of like the same concept, but I'm still gonna do a video just in case there's people that don't watch this one. But that's it, you guys. So I'll see you guys on the next video. Have a good one. Bye.